Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm on the test server and we've got a bunch of new heroes coming in this patch. So we're going to go through and see what Raid have got in store for us this time. More heroes in the mix. Now, I'm guessing that this is going to be a hero to create the fusion, because generally nowadays epics and stuff are building towards fusions. I'm guessing it's going to be 4 epics into the fusion that we've seen. And the fusion seems pretty insane, honestly. Like one of the best we've had for a while. Lightward Siendra here. Damn, she is wearing some fancy headgear. Check that out. So we've got a Void epic from the High Elves. Extremely low defense. I guess she's going to be a big damage dealer. So we've got an attack, one enemy. Buffs up to a 50% chance of stealing a random buff from a target. If it's a crit, 100% chance of stealing a random buff. Which means that you don't need books for this if it's a crit, which is a bit weird. Normally that would be 75 and that books to 100. That might change. That might be a mistake, I think. But anyway, yeah. If a crit, 100% chance of stealing a buff. Double hitter on the A2. Each hit books up to 100% chance of stealing turn meter. If it's a crit, 100% chance of stealing 30% turn meter per hit. Stealing. That books down to a 4 turn. Pretty interesting, but it's quite a long cooldown to make that a like really great skill. And then we've got an A3 here. AoE hit before attacking puts increased crit rate and accuracy on the champ. And increases the duration of all buffs on this champion by a turn if she crits. So you could go 70% crit rate. Buffs up to 100. Goes for an extra turn as well, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown, which means that it should be up all the time. Damn, that's actually pretty solid. And then we've got increases champions attack by 2% for each buff they receive, up to 30%. Kind of okay, I think. She's probably going to be a hard hitter. It's probably going to be a big AoE. Yeah, not bad. Nothing too crazy there. For the epic, I'd still say go for the fusion if you can. Okay, so we've got Zaharis here as a legendary. Let's just check there's no more down here. Zaharis as a barbarian legendary. Ah, damn, I love this dude. Check this out. That is a really cool skin. Look at that. That's a fancy shield on the back. It's almost like a shaman type dude. Damn, that's a really cool skin. Okay. Support champ, 108 speed is good. Good defense and attack. And HP. So we've got A1 here. Attacks an enemy. Books up to 100% chance of stealing turn meter. Also 100% chance of applying a debuff spread, taking 2 random debuffs and putting them everywhere else. For an A1, that's crazy, honestly. That's a crazy A1. Yeah, damn. That's a really big A1. A2, attacks an enemy. Before attacking, books up to 100% chance of stealing all buffs. Then applies buff spread, taking all buffs from this champion and placing them on all allies. Places block buffs and block active skills on the target as well. This is a really good way of locking out a mythical. Okay, pretty interesting. A2. A3 puts intercept on someone. Also puts block buffs and increased speed on all allies. Solid. And then the passive at the start of the round places increased accuracy on all allies for 3 turns. Start of the round. So that's like a start of an arena matchup. It's the first fight, first part coming in. Once it's gone, it's gone. If you're going from wave to wave, each different wave of enemies is a new round. That's the way it works. So clan boss is only ever 1 round. Arena, there's only ever 1 round. But waves of dungeons, there's several rounds. Whenever a debuff on an enemy is removed, expires or has its duration decreased, fills this champion's turn meter as well by 5%. Which is quite cool. So it synergizes with some of the other skills. And then speed in all battles. Pretty solid. Not crazy, but pretty good there. Okay, Ogrin Tribes. We've got another legendary here. Let's check there's no more epics and stuff. First axe Tuskkor. Got a long old axe. Oh, it's got double axes. Beautiful. Pretty cool. Hiding there under his little... I'll say it's like a pig, like a boar type of thing. I love that, actually. That's actually a really cool... hat. Right, what we got? Attack based dude, nearly 1500 attack. Do you remember when like 1500 was like, what? That's insane. Now it's like everyone comes out with 1500 attack. Okay. A1, Foe Mangler, double hitter, 20% chance of going again. These are always interesting because it means that generally it's very high damage. A2, AoE, the damage inflicted by this skill increases by 10% for each buff on this champion, so you can get up to 100% more damage. Decreases the cooldown of this skill by a turn if he kills someone, or 2 turns. Oh, sorry, if this attack kills 2 or more enemies, grants an extra turn. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown. So he's going to get a cooldown of this skill, and he's going again, which basically puts this on like a 2-turn cooldown. Just mental. He's then got the A3, double hitter, single target. Before attacking gets increased attack and crit damage. Ignoring shield, and will go again if he kills someone. Damn. On a 3-turn. So if he goes A2 into A3, I think you basically go straight back into A2. Or maybe it's like 1A1, then back into A2, then you're back into A3 again. That's kind of mental, honestly. Each extra turn this champion gets increases crit damage as well. Each extra turn this champion gets decreases the damage they receive. This is a really interesting champ. I like this kit a lot. As long as he hits hard, he's going to be loads of fun, actually. Okay, Skinwalker. So this is going to... Oh, okay, so the fusion's going to be 16 of this rare into 4 of those epics into the legendary. Okay, so Hide, Stitcher, Born. Okay, pretty basic dude. Quite fast. So we've got a weak source, decreased attack on the A1. Increased resistance for all allies. That's rare for a rare. Also shield on all allies. Heals all allies and turn me to feel. It's not bad, like a little faction war type of champ, but not really too much worth talking about. Okay, and we've then got a new orc. Kawn, he's a void. Legendary here. Oh, look at the size of that axe. Beautiful. Nice, looking good. Yeah, sweet skin again. Okay, defense-based dude, nearly 1500 defense. Attacks an enemy. Before attacking, removes 1 random buff from the target. Cannot be resisted if this guy's under a shield. Block revive if he kills someone. Increases the value of any shields on this champion by 30%. Okay. A2 is an AoE hit. Ignores a percentage of each target's defense equal to 50% of the difference between this champion's max HP and any shields on them. That's confusing. Also destroys max HP as well. Okay. Unless I see the math on this, I'm not really sure what the hell's going on there. Places a shield buff proportional to this champion's defense and a 25% strengthen on all allies, probably like a Valk style shield and strengthen and counterattack on this champion. Interesting again. Removes 1 random debuff from this champion at the start of their turn, which is good if you're locked out. It's kind of like a Skull Crusher type, just remove the debuff vibe. That's really effective, honestly. At the start of every 4th turn, removes all debuffs and places increased defense on them for 2 turns. Increases champion's defense by 3% for each debuff removed, up to 30. And then defense in all battles. Interesting champion. That's going to be one of those ones that you need to play around with to really feel what they're like. Oh, we got no mythical this time? No mythical this month. Tetsuya, the new Shadowkin. We saw this guy leaked on like a Facebook post. Love this skin. Look at that. Super cool skin. Loads going on. So this is going to be the Unity guy. Don't know how those swords are staying in that thing. So he's a Unity guy. Nearly 1700 attack. But he does need good multipliers to make that work. So he attacks an enemy. Fills a turn meter of all allies by 10% if a crit. Massive A1. A2. Double hitter. Will place 2 extra hits if the target's turn meter is less than 50%. So it could be a quad hit. And normally with these extra hit mechanics, it's crazy damage normally, the way they do their multipliers. Will ignore a percentage of the target's defense that is equal to the target's current turn meter. So if their turn meter is high, does that mean he's ignoring all defense? Basically? I guess so. Resets the cooldown of this skill if the target is killed. That is an interesting one. And then we've got where it starts to get silly with the faction stuff. So attacks an enemy. Steals 100% turn meter and places True Fear for 2 turns. If there's another Shadowkin around, The turn meter effect and True Fear cannot be blocked or resisted. If there's 2 more around, increases the damage inflicted by this skill based on the difference between this champion's speed and the target's speed. Again, you have to work out what that looks like. I don't know how that's going to play out. If there's 3 Shadowkin around, will also attack all other enemies with more than 50% turn meter, steals 100% of each target's turn meter, and puts True Fear on them. Crazy. Just basically means he's going again. So he's going to attack someone and basically 100% go again because he's stealing the turn meter from all enemies. We then got a passive. Fills his champion's turn meter by 15% whenever an enemy champion takes a turn. If there are multiple champions on the team, there's still only one will do it. And then if there's another Shadowkin around, turn meter increase effects used on allies are 20% more effective. Turn meter increase effects used on enemies are less effective. If there's 2 other Shadowkin around, whenever this champion has their turn meter filled, increases the damage of their next attack by 5%. Resets after he does something. And if there are 3 other Shadowkin around, all allies are immune to turn meter reduction effects. He's the anti-Armands. Damn, that's crazy. And then we've got speed in all battles, crit rate for Shadowkin. Yeah, this guy is the real deal. Okay, and obviously the faction is stacked. You know, Toshiro, Mikage, Harima. I'm just calling out champions that are used a lot, right? Ninja. Who else is used a ton? Ieyasu, Yumiko, I mean. Yeah, it's a good faction, right? It's a good faction for it as well. Okay, and then the final one is the one... Oh, no, we do have a mythical. So we've got Fabian, who's going to be the fusion. Already spoken about him in a separate video, but I guess highlights here. He's got Stealing Turn Meter and True Fear on the A1. He's got really effective debuffs on the A2, including True Fears. But his kind of like big ticket item is his A3, and it's mental. AoE, before attacking, reduces enemy buffs, and then lock out the enemy. Extra turn if there's no buffs after the attack. So a chance to be anti-Stone Skin, but also just like crazy arena ability, honestly. So yeah, super good fusion, I would say. Theodosia is the new mythical then. Theodosia the Disgraced. Ah, this is a cool skin as well. Look at that. Nice weapon. I do like this. This is a nice look. Damn, that's actually cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we've got support. Let's see what it looks like when it flips out. The mask comes off. Ah, man, this looks so damn good. Great work. Great work. Really looks cool. Yeah, really cool. Okay, so Theodosia the Disgraced. Let's check out the first form first. Support-based, high defense, really high. High speed, fastest in the game, and high HP. A1 attacks an enemy, heals all allies by 5% of this champion's HP. Fills this champion's turn meter by 5%, and by an additional 2.5% for each enemy alive as well. Damn, that's like a 30-odd% turn meter fill on an A1 and a heal. So we've got a cleanse and perfect veil for all allies on this one. Put Stone Skin on this champion for a turn as well. Full revive with 50% HP and turn meter, and unkillable on all allies. Crazy. And then a passive here. Every 7 turns, equalizes HP of allies. The HP will be brought up to the average HP level of the team. Allies will receive 1% less damage for each HP lost, up to 25%. Wow. And then speed in all battles, 25%. Okay, pretty crazy first form. Second form, attacks an enemy, destroys the target's speed up to 30 less speed. That's really unique. Decreases the target's turn meter by 5% for each ally, an additional 2.5 for each enemy. Then got an AoE, before attacking steals all buffs, puts block buffs and decreased defense out there. If the enemy's speed is lower than this champion's, these debuffs will be protected, so can't be cleansed off. Then got places asleep and decreased speed for 2 turns on all enemies. If the enemy's speed is lower than this champion's, the decreased speed will be protected. Ooh, that's interesting, actually. How does that feel for, like, Sand Devil? Interesting. Then decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 25%. And then the passive here, this champion is immune to block active steal. So you can't stop her from changing back to the other form. Looks like only in this form though, so it's not great. It's okay. When allies attack, their damage is increased by 25% of their target's current turn meter. Again, I don't really know how that's going to work. Speed in all battles as well. Okay. Loads of new champs. Let me know your favourites down below. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.